Welcome to Excel video 486, everybody. I'm Nate Moore. Spent some time over the past week working with an Allscripts client, pulling all kinds of data for them. If you're on Allscripts and need to get more data than you can get out of the canned reports, I'd love to help you. We talked about sorting in Power View last time. Let's talk about filtering for a minute. I took one of the views that we were playing with and I said, all right, let's get two different sets of data here, two different visualizations, and show you a bit about filters. When I click inside one of these visualizations, you can see that I have two different kinds of filters here. I have table filters and view filters. And notice my table filters, I'll zoom in so hopefully you can see this, are fee and location. And if I click in this table, now my table filters are fee and primary insurance. And if you look at them, they're what you'd expect to see. If I click this arrow to drop down my options, again, it's very small. But here are the payers that I could filter by, and notice I've got a count out here to the right that helps me get a feel for how represented these payers are. Even though I'm looking at the dollar amount here, I can get the count of claims here and get a feel for it just by looking at the numbers Excel's giving me. That's what you would expect, as is the search box filter. We've talked about that with tables. You could put something in the search box filter there and be on your way. Here, I can edit the filter. This is, if I hover here, this is advanced filter mode. And so what I can do is, again, if you're familiar with tables and the videos I did there, or pivot tables, you're not going to be surprised to see contains, does not contain, starts with, doesn't start with, is not, blank, that kind of thing. And I can do an and an or filter here. A little more flexibility than you're used to seeing in tables. But this is a table-related filter here. I want to show you the filter for the value. In a pivot table speak, this would be a label filter and a value filter. The filter for values has a range here where I could grab and say I want, and again, very, very small font, to say, hey, I only want, these values, or I could drag this way and drag this way, and I say I only want the lower values or whatever. I don't use, for me, the slider isn't as helpful. If I want to get fancy and really get the numbers I want to filter, I'll click the advanced filter here, and I can do greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, between, some of those kind of things there, and or. There's some filters there to pull it off. That's what I wanted to show you about the filters that are there on the table side. And again, if I do a table here, I can change and do a different filter there. If I want to filter the entire view, what I can do is, table, I have the fields that are in the table. View, I don't have any fields here to filter by, so I'm going to drag one in. Let's say, let's do procedure class. So I could drag in procedure class, and Excel will show me, okay, here's all the procedure classes again with the count. And if I only want abdominal surgery, I'm going to click that. And notice this is a view filter, so I'm changing both tables. The entire view now is controlled by this filter, whereas the table filter is visualization or table specific. That's what I wanted to do for an introduction to filters. Stay tuned. We'll tweak filters and add a little more power in the next Excel video. Thanks for watching.